Yeah, welcome us.
Okay, welcome to our first episode of this is like a vlog. I think we're gonna call it Unscripted because we have no script, and we're just gonna talk wrestling. And what we've been doing on our ways back from some of our training sessions is we just get in conversations about wrestling and how it pertains to the world, and specifically the difference between men and women's wrestling and men's wrestling and all those kinds of things. And it's fun, and we get into some fun conversations and they go off on rabbit trails. So hopefully we can do some of that today, so people can just see our sense of humor and personality through this a little bit. But we also want to get some conversation started on social media. So I'm Kevin Black, and we live in River Falls. This is Alicia Hauk, Coral Sugiyama.
Why can't I introduce myself?
Okay, you can please do. Actually, let's do that. I'm Kevin.
Okay, I'm Coral Sugiyama.
I'm Allie. How?
Yeah, I'll introduce you, but you can introduce yourself.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
This is Allie.
This is Coral Sugiyama.
Yeah, okay. So I'm coach. These girls are athletes, aspiring women to do great things in the world. And as a male coach in the women's wrestling world, we come up with all of these interesting scenarios where traditionally it's been men making decisions on behalf of women and speaking for women. So today a little situation came up, right, where we were talking about champions getting crowns or tiaras for championship, right? So,
Yeah.
and I immediately said, I'm like, well, wait a minute, why are we? This isn't a beauty pageant, right? This is a wrestling match, and so why don't you go first? Like, tell us what you think of something like this.
Well, I think like having a crown or tiara, like being presented that, it makes I don't know, it shows that we're girls. Like you just feel cute wearing your crown, you know, because we always get medals and it's like a manly sport, so it just makes you feel like a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah. I was like a little different. I was like, yeah, tiara or crowns. Crowns are cool. But like, even though we want to be seen as the same as the guys, we still like
We embrace our femininity.
Yeah, embrace our femininity. So that's pretty cool to also do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so then I come in and I'm thinking, well, your femininity isn't only about like cheap trinkets and beauty. Like, it's more than that, right? So why would just a
What would our femininity be then?
I know,
What
right?
do you think?
There we go. And so I think that there's some different things that we would approach our femininity with about just who you are as a woman on the inside, how you deal with emotions differently than men, and how you
Like outwardly.
respond.
Yeah.
So.
Some outwardly, yeah, but also inwardly, you know. And you know, like I look at my wife, and some of the things she struggles with as a woman are different than what I struggle with as a man. We're human, but I think some of them are unique to being woman. Gosh, you put me on the spot. I thought I was going to direct the questions. You
What did I
challenged
say?
me. You're like, what are some of those things?
And how would you show like on the mat, like I'm a girl, like other than a women's concealment or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great question. What do you think?
I don't know, pink headgear, pink knee pads.
Yeah,
I like those kind of things.
Kevin's got pink laces though.
I do.
True. But he's also embracing it.
I'm embracing my femininity.
Yeah.
This is true, all right?
Or is he
I started
embracing
dating
his
Liz-
masculinity by being so secure and confident in his masculinity that he feels secure enough to wear those pink laces?
It takes a real man to wear pink.
Yeah, it does.
I've seen that quote somewhere.
And enough people to wear pink. That's the T-shirt that you used to get at youth tournaments.
Girls' tournaments.
No, guys' tournaments.
What did it say?
Enough
It's a
people you
pink.
can wear pink?
Yeah, pin enough people I can wear pink. It's like
Oh, I
a
see.
pink shirt, and all the guys would get it when they were at cocky. That's how you knew if someone was cocky.
Okay.
And they wore like
Alright.
this bright pink shirt.
Like those sissy shoes. Like, are you man enough to wear those sissy shoes that came out a few years ago?
Yeah.
I had a pair, by the way. Yeah. Well, so wait a minute. You just leave during the podcast or during the vlog,
Oh, it burns!
You just gotta scrape it off.
or not have the temperature so high?
The temperature wasn't very high.
Did you know you can put mayo on
Grilled cheese.
grilled cheese?
Mhm.
Yeah, on the inside.
Because it's
Morning, I'm so clean.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are ya?
I'm good.
Good. We're doing a video Hey, so I want to assure you, we had a lot of really good things that we were talking about in this conversation on our car ride today. I think we scratched the surface and put out enough talking points for you. I remember when I got involved in women's wrestling by accident, they still gave away the prettiest wrestler of the tournament award at some big international events, including the World Championships. And we talked about how a tournament in Sweden used to give away a vacuum cleaner to the female champion. And so that was some of the conversation that we were having. And I wanted to just get this out onto social media and open up conversations. Certainly none of us have the right answers, and we're not claiming to have it all figured out. But we want to open up these conversations. I'm a male in the women's wrestling world, and we need women's input on what the product of women's wrestling should look like. And I can't just assume things as a man in the women's wrestling world, that I understand how they value themselves, how they see the significance in their success, and all of those things. So that's our conversation. So hopefully we can do more of this, and we've got another really really important mind, very insightful voice in Gabby Lord Klein, who's also going to be a part of these conversations. And it's our little tribe. We have these conversations often, and they go off on rabbit trails, and they're fun and exciting, and we even think of them sometimes like little Jimmy Fallon skits. So hopefully we can present that to you guys. And this was our first attempt. It was unscripted, and we got interrupted without our knowledge. So thanks for listening, and let's do our best to support these women in their endeavors to be great, but also let's just have some conversations and see what we can come up with to help make this sport even better.